Hey folks, what's going on? It's Jacob. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about 3 tips to fix an online course that isn't currently selling, okay? So this video is for somebody who's created a course, they're trying to get it out there, they're trying to bring in people, they know they can help people, but for some reason people aren't biting. Okay, they're not pulling out their wallet, they're not spending money, you're not making any money, which means that your business isn't growing and you can't keep helping more people. You're not getting your valuable content into the hands of people who need it. Okay, I've got 3 critical things that you need to look at if this is happening for you, okay? And so you know that I'm speaking from experience and not from theory. I'm someone who's been able to build a 7-figure course and coaching business and information business from the ground up over the last 4 years, okay? So I've been in the weeds doing this, and I still do this every single day in my business and in my client's business, okay? So these 3 big things are from implementing this stuff, testing, failing, trying, learning day in and day out for 4 years, okay? Before we jump into it, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Click the bell icon so you get notified whenever I drop a new video. And if at any point throughout this video you get value, be sure to smash the like button because it really helps us with the YouTube algorithm, okay? And one last thing, head over to jacobcaris.com and you can subscribe to our VIP email newsletter. There's a link in the description if you want to do that. That way you'll be able to get access to our private Facebook group and we can stay in touch with you every day. That's how we stay in touch with the people in our audience, okay? Whew. With that all out of the way, let's get into these 3 things, okay? One of the biggest things that I see with people who have got a course or a coaching offer and it's not converting is that they haven't dialed in the pain or the few core pains that they're trying to solve, okay? They're almost trying to sell to everybody, right? Or maybe they've niched down as they've been told to do, but they haven't taken it that step further and they don't really know what the pain points are that their audience has that their product can solve, okay? Now, what you need to look for here is what grinds on your audience every day, right? Like what bugs them to the point that, you know, they almost makes their skin crawl, right? It keeps them awake at night. It's very frustrating. They've probably tried a lot of different things to fix it. They've probably spent a lot of time, effort, energy, money trying to fix this thing, okay? What is that for your audience, right? What is that? And if you don't know what that is, you need to talk to people in your market. You need to talk to people, all right? I'll give you an example. So one of the programs that I run with 2 other guys is called the Super Affiliate Accelerator, right? That teaches affiliate marketing. Now, there's a lot of programs out there that teach affiliate marketing. We've taken that to a 7-figure info product. One of the reasons that program has been so successful, among several reasons, but one of them is that we knew from the start the pain points of our audience, okay? Now, to give a bit more context, we teach people how to do high-ticket affiliate marketing in particular using Facebook organic strategies. So it's quite niche down, but you need to go further than that. You need to understand the pains and the problems of your niche, right? So looking at affiliate marketers, we knew that there was a lot of affiliates out there trying to blog and trying to upload onto YouTube. The pain point of those people is that they create content, they upload it, and then they're waiting. They're waiting for Google to rank them. They're waiting for YouTube to rank them. It's ultimately out of their control. Yes, they can stack the deck. Yes, they can do SEO. Yes, they can optimize things as much as possible, but ultimately you are waiting for Google and YouTube to rank you. Now, does that mean those platforms don't work? No. But what it does provide is a marketing opportunity to present an alternative solution. So what's the problem of just being, out of control? Ultimately, your business can't be driven by you. Whereas what we teach with Facebook Organic allows you to really be proactive, get on the front foot, and aggressively grow your audience, generate leads, and make sales. So understanding that was a pain point of people in our market, right? That they were frustrated from creating blog content, creating YouTube content, uploading it, and then being like, all right, well, let's see what happens. We could leverage that. And that pain point alone has been worth multiple 6 figures because it was and remains a very real frustration. Another one, solo ads. There's always been a wave of people pushing the solo ads angle. And Unfortunately, it gets sold as get your funnel. Sometimes they do it for you, pay to send some solo ads and you'll make money. And the reality is that it just doesn't happen, right? Does that mean that solo ads don't work, period? No, right? I know people that make good money with solo ads. But the masses are frustrated with this mentality and this messaging of get your funnel link, pay for some solo ads, okay? So we can present an alternative solution to that pain point, right? And that one has been very successful as well, okay? So that's a couple of examples for you. Now, this doesn't mean you have to go and change your program or go and change your methodology, because hopefully that works, right? Hopefully you've got a good product. But what you do need to do is dig in and understand what are the big pain points of your audience. Okay, that's the first one. If you aren't crystal clear on what is burning a hole in the back of their head every single day as they sit at their desk, as they're walking to work, as they're catching the bus to work, as they're coming home, as they're having dinner, right? What is pissing them off that your product can solve? That's what you need to find out. If you fix that, it will go a long way to helping you sell a hell of a lot more. It will also give you a lot of fuel for your content, okay? But that's a topic for another video. Moving on to item number 2. The other thing that I see is that people's stuff isn't different. Maybe they've seen someone else with a course. We've had this a lot. They've seen us being successful, so they've decided to copy it, right? They've decided to create their own iteration of it, their own version of it. And it's not different enough. It's not something new for people to sink their teeth into. Unfortunately, a lot of people value new over undeniable proof that something works. New is your friend as a marketer and as a salesperson, which you may consider yourself a course creator, you may consider yourself a coach, but the reality is you're in the business of marketing those things, because if you can't do that, you can't make money, you can't run your business. Okay, so you need to put your marketer's hat on and your salesperson's hat on here and think, how is my thing different? And if it isn't, right, maybe it's the same core process, you need to find a unique angle to market it from. So another example from that same program. There was already people out there who had Facebook organic marketing programs. That wasn't anything new. But there wasn't people who were particularly working with high-ticket affiliate marketers and deploying those strategies in that market. So by bringing two worlds together, we were able to break off a chunk and create our own different product, different market, right? Solving a different problem. So think about angles. Think about how can I come up with something unique that people haven't seen before? Or how can I present it in a unique way in order to get my methodology and my process into the hands of more people, okay? And then the third and final one, and this one's really critical, and it is tricky if you're selling something that's evergreen, okay? And when I say evergreen, I mean it's not a launch, right? It's something that can be purchased at all times, right? And the majority of my stuff is evergreen, and it's giving people a reason to act now, right? Why should I buy this thing now and not tomorrow, not next week, not next month? And it's hard to get people to do that if something is evergreen because nothing's changing, right? You can do a price increase here and there, you can take stuff away, add stuff, all that kind of jazz. But if it's an evergreen product that's always on the market, how do you create that urgency that you should buy this now? Now is the time to do this. Now is the time to make that change. Now is the time to make the purchase, okay? And the biggest piece of advice that I can give you on this, which has served me very, very well and my clients very well, is understanding and then relaying to your prospects the cost of inaction. What that means is, what is it costing them by doing nothing? Monetarily, in terms of their energy, reputation, their identity, what damage is being done to them, what cost is being incurred by them if they do not purchase, okay? And if you can show how that significantly exceeds the investment, you will create urgency. You will create a lot of urgency, even if your product is always available for purchase. Even if you don't have real scarcity, like, you can only purchase it until this date, or there's only 5 spots available. Highlighting to people the cost of inaction creates urgency around something that is always available for purchase. Okay, so for example, if you're in the money game and you have a course that shows people how they can make $5K a month, and that's something that they can achieve in 3 months' time, and then from that point on, they'll be doing $5K a month. After that initial 3 months, every month that they are waiting, that they're not implementing, is costing them $5,000. So if they wait 10 months, that's $50,000 that they don't have in their pocket, hypothetically, all else being equal. So if someone says, I want to get these 3 things in a row and I'm going to revisit this in 6 months, really that 6 months is potentially costing them up to $35,000 as opposed to making the $1,000 to $5,000 investment today. So in order to do that, you need to understand, take the outcome, right? You take the outcome that your thing provides and then highlight to people, if you don't do this today and you do wait 3 months, here's what it's really, really costing you. And that needs to be a lot more than what you're asking for. If you do those 3 things, right, you really dial in one core pain point or a couple of core pain points that your product can solve, you show people how it's different to what else is out there on the market and how this is a new opportunity. And 3, you show them the cost of not acting, right? And how that significantly exceeds the investment that you are asking for today. You should be able to fix your course, okay? Once you've made those tweaks, you need to get it back in front of people because you need the data, right? You need the data from people looking at your offer and saying yes, saying no, understanding why they're purchasing and why they're not purchasing. All right, so look at those 3 things, make the adjustments that you need, get your offer back in front of people through your content, through ads, through however it is that you're doing it, and then look at the feedback and tweak it again and tweak it again and tweak it again. You're never gonna have a perfect offer that doesn't have something you can, fix or improve on it, okay? It's always going to be evolving. But if right now you've got something that's not selling, start with those 3, and I think you'll uncover a lot. If you got any value from this one, be sure to smash the like button, head over to jacobcaris.com, subscribe to our email newsletter so we can stay in touch, and I will talk to you all in the next video. Cheers.